Hello guys, this is Rahul and welcome to the third part of the brainstem where we shall discuss about the internal features of medulla. So the internal features of medulla are not similar through the entire medulla, and the features are there are differences at various levels. So to cover all the internal features, we'll discuss the internal features of medulla at three different levels with sections at three different levels. So first will be section at the level of primary decussation. Then we'll discuss with section at the level of sensory decussation. The first one will be at the level of pyramidal decussation. Then we'll discuss at the internal features at the level of sensory decussation, and finally at the section at the at olivary level. Okay, at three different levels we'll discuss the internal features of the medulla. So in this video we'll try to cover the internal features of the pyramidal at the level of the section at the level of pyramidal decussation. And in the video first we'll try to cover the points, we'll try to write the points, understand the points and features the gray matter and white matter individually. We'll discuss about the gray matter and white matter individually. Then we shall move towards the diagram. We'll draw a diagram which will through which you can locate all the points, all the features with that diagram, and the diagram will help you to better understand the points. Why we are drawing the diagram at last? Because once you have a little knowledge, once you understand something about the gray matter, white matter or features, then while drawing the figure you can locate them, you can visualize those features, and later on just practicing once the figure and the points, you should not go back again and again to read the points, to read the features. Just drawing the figure will help you to recall those features and write it in the exam. So let's discuss about the features at the level of pyramidal decussation. At this level the section is similar to that of the spinal cord. Okay, that we know that the spinal cord has white matter outside and gray matter inside. So the section is similar to that of the spinal cord with gray matter inside and white matter outside. Okay, but there are certain modifications, and let's discuss about those modifications, what things are getting modified, and we'll discuss about the gray matter and white matter individually. Okay, so first let's discuss about the gray matter. So coming to the gray matter, the posterior part, the posterior gray matter is modified, modified into nucleus gracilis. So we'll locate these uh, points, we'll locate these parts, nucleus gracilis, nucleus cuneus, while drawing the diagram, and you'll be able to visualize it, and this will make it clear. The posterior gray matter is modified into nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneus. Okay, then the posterior horn, we know that the spinal cord, so if this is the spinal cord and the gray matter, so the gray matter has a posterior horn, anterior horn, and in this is the commissure, gray commissure. So this is the posterior horn, this is the anterior horn, yes or no? So the posterior part, so we discussed about the first one, the posterior part is modified into nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneus, and the posterior horn. Okay, this is the, now we are discussing about the posterior horn. The posterior horn is converted or is modified to spinal nucleus of trigeminal, spinal nucleus of trigeminal, and it is capped by tract of trigeminal. Okay, Now let's discuss about the anterior horn. We discussed about the posterior part. We discussed the posterior horn. Now the anterior horn. So okay. So we told that this is the level. This is the section at the level of pyramidal decussation. Okay. So pyramids are the fibers, and we'll discuss what they are. So for now, remember that when it gets modified, then now we are discussing about the anterior horn. Yes or no? So anterior horn, when due to formation of pyramidal decussation, when the pyramidal decussation is formed, okay, decussation is the crossing over of the fibers. Okay, so when pyramidal decussation are formed, the anterior horn gets separated from the central gray matter. Okay, if this is the central gray matter, it gets separated from the central gray matter. The anterior horn of the spinal cord gets separated from the central gray matter and is seen in the medulla, as spinal nucleus of accessory nerve and supraspinal nucleus of first cervical nerve. Okay, so let's write that. So we discussed the posterior gray matter, how it is modified, how the posterior horn gets modified into spinal nucleus of trigeminal. Now the anterior horn, ANT is anterior. Okay, anterior horn is separated from the central gray matter. So you can locate it and you'll understand it much more better when you draw the diagram. Okay, anterior is separated from central gray matter and seen in medulla as spinal nucleus and supraspinal nucleus. So spinal nucleus of accessory nerve and supraspinal nucleus of first cervical nerve. Okay, so N for nerve. So this is about the gray matter. Now we shall discuss about the white matter. So now let's come to the white matter. So the white matter includes the pyramids located anteriorly. So first you need to understand what are pyramids. Okay, so let's know what are pyramids. So pyramids are the bundle of fibers, so coming from the cerebral cortex. So pyramids are the bundle of fibers coming from the cerebral cortex, and these fibers include three fibers: corticopontine, corticonuclear, and corticospinal. Okay, so among these three fibers, the corticopontine will end up in the pontine nucleus and then go to the cerebellum of the opposite side as pontocerebral fibers. So the left are the corticonuclear and corticospinal. So corticonuclear and corticospinal fibers form the pyramids. Okay, so let's write it and then it will be clear. So pyramids are bundle of fibers from cerebral cortex. Okay, cerebral cortex, and they include three fibers. So I have a trick for those fibers. You can remember PNS. Okay, PNS, and add cortico in front of them because they are coming from the cerebral cortex. Okay, so first one is corticopontine, PNS. Okay, corticopontine, corticonuclear, and corticospinal. So these are the fibers that comprise of the pyramid. Okay, and among them the corticopontine ends up at pontine nucleus. So for now, just remember this much, that it ends at the pontine nucleus. This pontine nucleus at the level of pons. Okay, the pontine nucleus are present in pons. So while discussing about the pons, we'll discuss them. So ends up at the pontine nucleus at level of pons. So obviously midbrain, pons, and then comes medulla. So the fibers, the pyramid, the three fibers, corticopontine, corticonuclear, corticospinal, they are coming towards the medulla, but one of them ends at the pontine nucleus in the pons, and the rest two come to the come towards the medulla. Okay, and they form the pyramids. So corticonuclear and corticospinal. So corticospinal and some corticonuclear, nuclear fibers form pyramids. Okay, so I told that pyramidal decussation. So now I guess you are clear about the pyramids, yes or no? Three fibers coming from the cerebral cortex, they are corticopontine, corticonuclear, corticospinal. We can remember it by trick PNS. Among them, corticopontine ends at the pontine nucleus at the level of pons, and the corticospinal and some of the corticonuclear fibers form the pyramids. And what is pyramidal decussation? Pyramidal decussation is the crossing of the fibers, okay, crossing of the fibers that form the pyramids. Now the pyramids are the corticonuclear and corticospinal fibers. So these are the fibers that cross over, that cross to the opposite side and form pyramidal decussation. That's why it is known as section at the level of pyramidal decussation, because there is the pyramidal fibers get decussate that is cross over to the opposite side. Okay, so at the level of pyramidal decussation, those fibers, corticonuclear and corticospinal, level of pyramidal decussation, the fibers run backwards. Why backwards? Because they were coming from the pons so when we discussed about the ventral surface of the medulla, we mentioned something like this. This was the anterior median fissure, and then we had the anterolateral sulcus, and this part we labeled as the pyramids. Yes or no? They are the anterior parts. So the pyramids are coming anterior. That's why the pyramids are located. We told the point that pyramids are located anteriorly. So when the fibers are coming from the cortex straight, but at the level of towards the pons, through the pons towards the medulla, but at the level of pyramidal decussation, the fibers run backward. So you will be clear, much more clear, when we will discuss about, when we will draw the diagram. They run backward. They are coming like this, but they run backward and cross to the opposite side. Okay, suppose these are the fibers, they run backwards and cross to the opposite side and form this is the pyramidal decussation. At the level of pyramidal decussation, they run backward and cross to the opposite side. Okay, this is what the point means. So at the level of pyramidal decussation, the fibers run backward and cross to opposite side to form a bundle of fibers called lateral corticospinal fibers. Okay, and it is not necessary that all the fibers at the level of pyramidal decussation, all the fibers coming through the pyramids at the level of pyramidal decussation, it is not compulsory that all the fibers will decussate. Some of the fibers run anteriorly. Okay, anteriorly, and these fibers are known as anterior corticospinal tract. So those fibers that do not decussate run anteriorly and are anterior cortico spinal tract. So now let's discuss other white matters. While discussing about the gray matter, we told that the posterior gray matter gets modified into nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneatus. Similarly, the posterior most white matter, suppose this is the gray matter and this was the white matter outside to the gray matter. So the posterior gray matter got modified into nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneatus. Similarly, the posterior most white matter also gets converted into fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus. Okay, so okay, in the posterior white matter has fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus. Okay, and structures like there are other structures in the anterolateral part. Okay, so structures like dorsal and ventral, so you'll be able to locate these structures and you'll visualize them when you'll draw the figure, so don't get worried. Dorsal and ventral spinocerebellar tract, spinocerebellar tract, lateral spinothalamic tract, vestibulocochlear tract, occupy the anterolateral. Okay, anterolateral will locate those parts. Anterolateral white funicles. Okay, that is the anterolateral part, or anterolateral part of the white matter is occupied by spino cerebellar tract, lateral spinothalamic tract, spinocerebellar tract, vestibulocochlear tract. Okay, I missed tract. White funicles. So this was all about the internal features at the level of pyramidal decussation. We discussed about the gray matter and the white matter individually. Now we shall draw a figure to represent all these parts, all these features, so that you can visualize it clearly. So now let's come to the diagram. So I have drawn it lightly already because so that we can save some of the time. So let's draw it. This is the central gray matter. Okay, and these are the funicles. Okay, the nucleus cuneatus, nucleus gracilis, and the spinal nucleus of trigeminal. This is the central gray matter with central canal, and this was the part of the anterior horn that got separated from the central gray matter. Okay, so this is showing the pyramidal decussation, the fibers. So these are the pyramids, and fibers are running backward and cross to the opposite side, forming the pyramidal decussation. So this area is the pyramidal. These are the fibers running backwards, and at this level they are forming the pyramidal decussation. Okay, this is the pyramidal decussation, and these are the white matter. These are the fasciculus gracilis, fasciculus cuneatus, and then tract of trigeminal. Okay, and this is the anterolateral white funicles, anterolateral white matter, part of the white matter which is occupied, anterolateral part which is occupied by the structures like spinothalamic tract, spinocerebellar tract. Okay, so this is the part of white matter, and this is the vestibulocochlear tract, this is the olivary tract, these are the dorsal and ventral spinocerebellar tract. Okay, and this is the lateral spinothalamic tract, and this is the dorsal spinothalamic tract. Sorry, this is the ventral. Okay, ventral, towards the ventral side. So now let's level it. Okay, so these are the white matter. So this is fasciculus, this is also fasciculus. So towards the medial side, okay, this is the medial side, this is the lateral side. Towards the medial side is fasciculus gracilis, and towards lateral to the fasciculus gracilis is the fasciculus cuneatus. So we told that the posterior white matter has fasciculus gracilis, isn't it? The posterior, this is the ventral posterior part. So this is the index, okay, posterior or dorsal, this is the ventral part, okay, and these are the lateral part. Okay, so the posterior most part of the white matter has fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus, we told in the point while discussing about the white matter. And these are the pyramids, okay, these are the pyramids, and aren't they located anteriorly? So these are the pyramids, and the fibers from the pyramid are running backward, as I told, as we discussed. The fibers are running backward and they cross to the opposite side. The fibers, actually the pyramids are coming like this, yes or no, from the cerebral cortex. Suppose if this is the medulla, then this is the fibers, the pyramids are coming, the fibers are coming in this part, in this way. So imagine this is the part, and the fibers are coming like this, and this is the pyramid. These are, but at the level of sensory decussation, pyramidal decussation, the fibers are running backwards and they are crossing to each other, crossing to the opposite side, forming the pyramidal decussation, yes or no? So when you suppose this is we are discussing the section, no, we are cutting the medulla in this and then we are looking at the section, but actually when it is like this, the pyramid will be seen as I showed. Okay, so the pyramids, the fibers from the pyramids are running backwards and then crossing to the opposite side, and they cross the opposite side and form. So they are forming the lateral, what they form, the lateral cortico-spinal tract, yes or no? So this is the lateral cortico-spinal tract, okay, and here is the pyramidal decussation, and this is the lateral cortico-spinal tract. And those fibers which do not decussate at this level, they run anteriorly, and they are called the anterior cortico-spinal tract. Okay, so this is the central gray matter with central canal. This is the nucleus of trigeminal. Okay, the posterior horn is getting modified into nucleus of trigeminal nerve. Okay, and for nerve, so this is spinal nucleus. Okay, I missed it over here. This is the spinal nucleus of, I hope you can see it, spinal nucleus of trigeminal nerve. Okay, okay, I let it be as it is. So please remember, okay, this is the spinal nucleus. Okay, this is making the figure a bit rough. So spinal nucleus of trigeminal, and it is capped by, so this is the spinal nucleus of trigeminal, and this is capped by tract of trigeminal. Okay, this is the tract of trigeminal. Now this is the anterior horn that got separated from the central gray matter due to the formation of pyramidal decussation. Yes or no? So this is the anterior horn with spinal nucleus of accessory nerve and supraspinal nucleus of first cervical nerve. Yes or no? Nucleus of first cervical nerve. I hope you are remembering the points and trying to locate them so that it will help you in the future. And this is the dorsal, this is lateral. Okay, so dorsal, yes, okay, dorsal and ventral. Okay, dorsal and ventral spinocerebellar tract. These are the spinocerebellar tract. Okay, and this is the vestibulocochlear tract. Cochlear tract, and this is the lateral and ventral. Okay, so lateral and ventral spinothalamic tract. So, and this is a figure section. This figure is showing section at the level of pyramidal decussation. So here we complete the points at the level of pyramidal decussation, individually discussing the gray matter and white matter, along with drawing the figure and also locating the points so that it will be easy for us to visualize later. So this is all about the internal features at the level of pyramidal decussation. In the next video, we will try to cover the internal features at the level of sensory decussation. I hope you are clear with the topic. If so, a subscribe to the channel would be great, and to find our previous videos on the medulla that discusses about the external features and also with a figure, you can find those videos in the I button. That is part 1 and part 2, and this is the part 3. So also consider watching those videos, part 1 and part 2, for having to have continuity on the topic. And you can find the figures and the things that we wrote, the notes, in our Facebook page. The link to the post will be given in the description below, so do not forget to check it out. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.